So in the meantime, do you have any questions or any queries regarding today's session or anything like that? Hello?
No, sir, we are good. Thank you.
Sanath, hello. Sanath Arvind here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the installation yesterday, and I didn't see anything on that. Like in
Sorry?
server name has to give on the at the time of installation. After the installation.
No, we don't need to give server details.
Okay.
Where did you requirements? Was it prompting somewhere or something like that?
Sorry, your voice is breaking.
Sorry?
Your voice is breaking.
Okay. My voice is breaking.
Yeah.
Just a second. Hello, Arvind. Is it good now?
Hello.
Voice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good now. When I have downloaded that Eclipse and Luna, I have downloaded that. Okay. And that when I install that, it is giving like an SAP HANA Cloud Integration tools. In bracket, it was showing deprecated.
The thing is, the version which you downloaded is older one. You have to download Eclipse version Mars 2, not even Mars. Okay, so if you have Mars 2, so down.
I installed Neon actually. It was good actually.
Oh, see.
Neon, okay.
Neon. I'm
Okay,
able to
not
everything.
1 second. Don't install Neon or those things because these versions are way older than which is required.
Do you have that software dump with you?
No. Haven't you gone to this URL tools.hanandondemand.com?
URL went there, but here it
Oh,
is
yeah,
one
correct.
more.
So not Mars 2, Neon. The latest version is Neon, which you need to download. Uh, not your Luna. Okay.
Shankar,
See here.
Shankar, do you have that URL with you?
Can you see my screen, Arvind?
No, no.
Not yet, Sanath.
Can you?
Sanath, we can see your screen. This is Vijay here. We are able to. I just saw that it is Mac OS. So what does it mean? For us, we cannot install this on the Apple laptops.
No, that's not supported for Mac OS. Oh shit. But it was not the case for Mars. You can download the Mars version and then you can use it. Have you downloaded the Neon?
Yeah, I have downloaded Eclipse Neon. I was able to install as it is mentioned in step 1, 2, and 3. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. These steps I was able to do it. I have installed them, but if you just scroll down on your screen.
Sanath, we are unable to see your screen, Sanath.
Can you refresh your session? Just F5 in whatever the sessions you are.
Okay.
Sanath, can you scroll down? Step 4.
Hey, Sanath, I'm not able to see anything. Sanath, can you represent?
Who is not able to see the screen?
Nothing.
Nothing else.
Once this is done, I can normally use the Eclipse for integration.
Yes, sir. And if that worked on your Mac OS, then it was good. If they are saying that it's not supported on Mac OS and it's working for you, it's a great thing, sir.
I don't know if it is working, right? Until we do one scenario, I cannot.
Yes, we will do that, sir. We will do that.
Yeah.
We are just jumping ahead, 2 classes ahead. Anyway, so we will come back to where I have left yesterday. So I gave you some introduction of HANA Cloud Integration. Okay. Yesterday I just left it. What exactly HANA Cloud Integration is? It is out of the box support for prepackaged content. Correct. It had some key feature like easy exchange of data in real time, synchronous structured data between edge to edge and the cloud, which means you can sync bidirectional data, structured data between remote database or applications. It simplifies your configuration based out of discover and design style architecture. You understand what is discover, design, and all these things. Understand its class. We have OData provisioning. Apart from your integration, there is one more thing called OData provisioning, which is available in the package of HANA Cloud Platform, which means you can make your HANA Cloud integration as your OData hub. It can take the data from SOAP sender or receiver, SOAP web services, and it exposes that in OData. So it is again a great functionality provided by SAP in your HCI. You have API management. API, ever heard of API management or APIs? There would be some open APIs to connect to different systems. So SAP has given an API management tool specifically in SAP HANA Cloud Platform. It provides open extension platform that simplifies integration with SAP and non-SAP solution. Recently, SAP has given 2 new features in HANA Cloud Platform with respect to HANA Cloud Integration. It's called HANA Cloud Platform Workflow and HANA Cloud Platform Business Rules. So just like your workflows in your ECC, if you have worked on the workflows and triggered workflows, created some, you might be aware what how it works. Same functionality is available in your HANA Cloud platform also, and that can be configured. Okay, you have the business rules. Business rules are kind of BRM in terms of your PIPO. Okay, so this feature is recently added in the latest release, the workflows and business rules. Then it supports HANA Cloud Platform Connector or your Cloud Connector, HANA Cloud Connector. This is again, it is a simple on-premises agent which allows highly secure and reliable connectivity between cloud apps and on-premises apps. So there we will be learning what is HANA Cloud Connector. Generally, people go for HANA Cloud Connector to connect to their on-premises system with their HCI system. It is again a middleware software, a middle software between HCI and on-premises system to connect to each other. These are just some simple steps which needs to be done by us for basis team to configure it. It's very simple. Okay, I will be showing those things. Okay, and then you have enterprise messaging, which is a key feature of your HCI. Okay, so you can think of it with these things which are available in your HANA Cloud integration out of the box. So evolution of HCI, generally it's not the correct word for this, but evolution, it came into picture after when SAP bought SuccessFactors, and we had a recommended tool for SuccessFactors called Delbumi. Delbumi was an out-of-the-box free package integration tool with SuccessFactors. Okay, so and it is a very good tool, and it's very simple to implement. I have worked kind of little bit on it. Okay, but it was not SAP tool, and SAP does not have tendency to use third-party tools in their landscape. Okay, so they started developing from bottom up the HANA Cloud integration, and now HANA Cloud integration is the only recommended software with SuccessFactors. So there were so many implementation in the market before 2 to 3 years, okay, and but more than 3 years, because the Delbumi is there in the market for a longer period of time. It is stable and it has so much of functionality, and it is not only specific to SAP. It has functionality to integrate with many other enterprise tools also. Whereas it's not the case with HCI. It is mainly HCI is mainly created and developed around SAP landscape. Okay, so it is as your HCI. It is now the only recommended software with HCI, and majorly all the solutions. Hey, hello. I am audible, na? My connection has not lost. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So HCI is not HCI is the recommended software, and now many migrations of projects are being started in the market to remove this Delbumi interface or Delbumi's scenarios to HCI scenarios. So it is now ripping up. Okay, but what about the on-premises connection, means on-premises to on-premises connection, which are being taken care by PI. So as per means there was a huge confusion one and a half year in the market where exactly SAP is looking for PI, means if it's developing HCI altogether from scratch and providing so many features to it, then where exactly your HCI comes into, your PI comes into picture for clients, because clients have heavily invested in PI. It's there in the market for almost 14 years. There are so many in development. There are so many development which are already available or already done on the PI, and companies don't want to ditch PI. So there was a confusion. So SAP at that time told that for people who have existing PI in their landscape don't need to migrate to HCI. They are not teaching PI as of now or in near future. They have also provided the HCI plugins in PI. If you have worked on the 7.5, you would be PO 7.5. You would be aware that your PIPO is uh, um, having the feature of all the iFlows also of HCI, which you can integrate and which you can use. So it's not that SAP has altogether ditched PI, okay, PAPO. It is still investing into it, and it is here to stay for next 4-5 years more. Okay. It also says if you are having very vast or very big landscape, then the customer should go with the PI. If they are having they require some specific integration adapters like EDI adapters, like Java messaging adapter, like JDBC adapter, then also they should go with the PIPO rather than coming into HCI, because these features are still not yet available in the HCI. Anyway, so this is kind of little bit comparison. So when using it, I'm just giving overview that this HCI, it is taken care by the SAP, and they are the person who are taking care of the SAP server. Okay, so SAP has the responsibility for the uptime, keeping the runtime tuned, and the updates on the HCI tenant. It is the responsibility of SAP. The customer has the responsibility of their actual integration. Just for example, if an integration fails because of the sales organization does not exist, then it is the data issue and kind of uh, customer or client issue that the data is not yet correctly set, and SFTP won't intervene in this scenario. But if let's say your tenant is down, if tenant is not working correctly, if it is slow, or if the new patches has to be implemented on the HCI tenant, then it is the task of SAP to take care of that. Okay. HCI have some standard adapters which includes your SFP, your SFTP, SOAP, OData, SuccessFactors, IDOC adapters. So these are some standard adapters which are available. But again, which I said, if we need adapters like mainframe adapter, J2A, JMS adapter, A2A adapter, B2B adapter, like EDI adapter, EDA separate adapter, then HCI is not the right tool for us. Okay. Um, you can read some more comparison in front of you, like both have the prepackaged content available. Um as in SAP has also released the prepackaged content for HCI and PI. Means for PI it is doing forever. It is releasing those prepackaged content in the SAP marketplace. Okay, so those are not directly visible at the time, but for HCI it has divided it to discover screen where you can view the prepackaged content. Okay. One pro of again PI is leveraging the existing implementation and skilled resource, which means as it has been there in the market for so many years, there are so many people who knows PI, who have expertise in PI. So and also the implementation which is being done on PI already. So that is a pro of PI against HCI. Okay. But again, there are different pros of HCI also that leverage UI for configuration of standard scenario, which means you don't need to install the software. You can directly use the web UI. You don't need any server specification before using PI, before using HCI. Okay. Runtime is in the cloud, which is maintained by SAP. I already told you. No installation, patches, and upgrades required by customer. Okay. Option to use SAP partners or own your own skills for integration scenario, which means if you want to configure a standard scenario, you don't need to do anything. You just need to import it, deploy it with the little bit details. We will see that if we want to just configure one HCI interface without any customization or without sender end configuration or receiver end configuration, then it would not take more than 20 minutes to configure. So this is how SAP is making the configuration simple for us. Okay. Also, the main reason of SAP to create an integration tool on cloud is to take things into their own hand. Okay, I mean to say, in the SAP hand, they don't want the implementation partner or the support partners of SAP to um do the task for customer or get paid for that. SAP now what they did is now using the cloud scenario, everything is in their own hand. They can install, they can suggest the new features, and they have the visibility of what exactly customers are looking for by their software. The customization, the integration, the uh, changes, whatever, that is now taken care by SAP itself rather than the support partners or implementation partners. Uh, it was a huge case that even the implementation or gold partners have raised a question to SAP 2 years back that if you are taking these things in your hand, then our business is getting affected. There were so many blogs out of SCM, but it's SAP. They don't listen to anybody. It's their software. They will be doing whatever they want. The con of, again, coming back to our slide, again, there is a con of HCI is that you have limited adapters available as of now. But HCI team or the SAP HCI team, they are bringing up and developing the new adapters very frequently. Recently, in the month of Feb or no, in March month, SAP released an LDAP adapter. Okay, that is for Active Directories. Okay, uh, we will see, and we have ODC adapter, which is again newly released in HCI. It is again related to OData. provisioning type of thing. So they are updating and giving the releases very, very fast. Okay. Now this is the actual architectural diagram of HANA Cloud Integration. Kind of simple, you might say it's not even an actual architecture diagram. But just to understand, okay. So you have cloud application in the between layer. It is your HANA Cloud Integration, and it has four functionalities, majorly four functionalities. Real-time process integration, which we would be looking into. I do mean to say your transactional data or real-time data, which we transfer from one system to another system. That is real-time process integration. Okay. You have the data integration. If you have ever heard of ETL tools like the Informatica or your SAP BODS, which takes the data from one database and uh, it applies or send it to another database. Okay, import into another database. It is kind of unstructured data which is being sent. Okay, it is not the structured data. There is no real-time connection. These are done at the in the bulk manner, where like thousands or hundreds of records are taken from one database and sent to another database. So that is also available in your HANA Cloud Integration, but we won't be looking into it because it is not the major part which is uh, taken care in HANA Cloud Integration, and SAP is also not focused majorly on data integration rather than it is concentrating on the process integration of HCI. Okay. Don't think of it as your PI, it's just real-time data which is being sent from HCI. You have pre-packaged content. Hello, you are there, no? Please someone keep the mic right on. Hello,
Yes, we are.
you are there, no? Okay. So you have the pre-packaged content. In the HCI, which I already told, you will see those prepackaged content. Today or tomorrow, we will see in the discover screen what exactly discover screen is. And you have the community and marketplace. So SCP has a strong marketplace community and SCN community, which will help and solve the issues whenever there are, and SAP is also there in the back end if something is out of the hand, which is not, which cannot be directly solved by the customer or the community. Then you have, it connects this HCI, it can connect to SAP on-premises, SAP ECC, SAP CRM, SRM. So it can connect to SAP on-premises. So it can connect to third-party on-premises, let's say Siebel, let's say, um, in the next slide, I think it's more understandable. Yeah. So your on-premises system, you have the ERP, CRM, PLM, SRM, or HCI. Can communicate to this. Okay, so everything above this dotted line, it's just an way of showing that above this dotted line everything is cloud, and below this dotted line everything is present on premises. On premises is the local servers. Okay, so in on premises you have your ERP, CRM, your Siebel, all the on premises solutions, your PIPO, which is being installed on your on premises, and above in the cloud it is your HANA Cloud Integration or your uh, cloud solutions, which may include your SuccessFactors, C4C, Ariba, Concur, so and your third-party cloud, which means your Dropbox, Salesforce.com, so on and so forth. There are so many third-party clouds. So HCI can connect to your on-premises system also and your cloud system also at the same time. It is the same case in PO process orchestration also. Process orchestration can also do the same tasks which are available in HCI, but the installation and all those things are to be taken care by SAP. That is the biggest problem with HCI, with PM. Okay. It has the function. You can see the different functionality which are present in HCI. It has service bus capability, development and monitoring, rolling software update. Is again you'll understand what is rolling update. Okay. Subscription fee, multi-tenancy, managed on SAP Cloud. You'll understand each one in detail today. So it can connect to on-premises system, Siebel, PeopleSoft legacy, let's say Oracle apps. So it can connect to on-premises system, it can connect to your ERP and those things, and it can connect to your SAP Cloud and third-party cloud. Okay. Now you have the prepackaged content which are available in your HCM. So prepackaged content this means that these are the things which are coming out of the box with HCI. You have mapping and transformation logic, which is already provided. You have the data integration consolidation feature also. Okay. You have the web and Eclipse-based user interface with HCI available with HCI. You have the highest level of security with HCI, with even if you are sending outside your network, the data will be highly secured in case of HCI. You have the different connectivity services, which means your different type of adapters which are available in HCI. Your almost 11 adapters at the receiver and 9 adapters at the sender end. We will see those things. Okay. You have the governance and SLA, which means monitoring and SLA. Okay. You have monitoring and administration. You have the deployment life cycle management and extensibility adapter ADK. So, which means you can create your own, you can customize the HCI over using Apache kernel and create your own adapters and new functionalities in HCI if required. Okay. So, and the base thing is that you have the provisioning, you have the OData provisioning, you have the SuccessFactors provisioning, you have the authorization and authentication. These are the basic things. You have the failover, backup, and recovery. So this are being taken care by the SAP. So this is how your web UI looks like. Recently, I would say 2 months back, this is majorly changed. We will see today, tomorrow, that how this UI has changed. Earlier, it was looking. You had the discover, design, run, and monitor. It is still there, but the UI or little bit the color and those things have been changed. Okay. So at the discover, and you can view the prepackaged content which are being provided by SAP. You can view all of them and you can understand those and you can explore those, and based on the requirement you can select the one which you want to implement. Okay. So the first thing is your discover screen. Then you have the design screen or design module of HCI. In design module, you create your scenarios scenarios from scratch or use the pre-packaged content packages and modify those. You can do that in design. Run is where you deploy your scenarios on cloud. Okay, so we will be looking into that also. What is the run screen and what is monitoring? Monitoring is just viewing the artifacts if those are correctly deployed, monitoring the messages if those are perfect, if those are getting processed perfectly. Okay, we will see that if there isn't any issue in the communication. Okay, so those things comes into monitoring. So three things are directly visible on your web UI. It is called discover, design, and monitor. Run module is not directly visible on the web user interface of HCI. Okay. So, so now there is something called iFlow concept in your HCI. iFlows are the standard integration content from SAP. Each flow contains logical and technical routing, um, which means you can change, you can assign some business rules, you can not assign, you can create some business rules based out of with the help of already existing events and options. You have the message transformation, message routing. You have the security elements to secure your message while transmitting. You have the option of stopping the message, looping the message. So if you have ever heard of worked on the BPMs or CC in past, means BPM in recent uh, time for the PO or the CC on the 12 stack, it would be simple for you. Not as in it's not so tough also in our case because it is just placing the events in between and just understand providing the required details. That's it. Not even confusing as your BPMs in your PO. Okay, I have the work on both, and I can say your HCI flows are quite simple as compared to those. Okay. Now your iFlow contains three major things. Uh, one is sender, one is receiver, and one is integration process. So integration process is the part of iFlow where your business rules are defined. Okay. You can have multiple integration in one iFlow. You can have sub or local integration flow IP in your one iFlow. So you will see that how those things you have your exception sub process, this is integration process. So in that you will be having some one thing called exception sub process where if some error comes or there isn't some uh, issue raised while mapping, while processing mapping or something like that, then that exception sub process will be triggered and we can assign a task for it, like sending a mail or sending and raising an event. So the same thing which we do in PI. But for that, in PI we have to do that configuration once, but in HCI we have to do that configuration each time for each iFlow. So that is a bummer. It takes time. But if you are efficient, if you know that step once, so it will be very easy for you to again. Uh, then there is a concept called tenant concept. So tenant concept, it is the terminology of cloud itself. Tenant is only present in the cloud universe. Um, so it is means what HCI is designed in such a way that the involvement means it is that the virtual machines on the cloud are strictly separated from each other with regards to the related participants. So let's say I am a company A, and say there is one more company B. Both wanted the access of HCI. So both will be provided, both will be having the access of same server, same cloud server at SAP end. Okay. And they would be using that same server, but still their data won't get exposed to each other, and data isolation is at the highest level. So let's say, in other words, separate resources like your CPU, your memory, your file system of cloud-based integration platform, our HCI, are allocated to each participant, but they might be sharing the same hardware. Okay. So at the SAP end, we might be using the same hardware, same server hardware, but different tenants of that hardware. That tenant is nothing but your virtual machine instance. Okay. So, your means data isolation is at the highest level. Some clients and customers are still retaliating and still getting they have a sense of insecurity in their mind that their data, their sensitive data, is going outside their premises, and that too on shared network. So what if some other company can access their data? But that is not the case. That is highly secured data, and no other company can access the data. And also the database schema of each participant is altogether different. So if the schema is different of database, so it is impossible for one client or another to access the another client. That is uh, not even the matter of uh, confusion. Okay. But again, to make our client believe in that, it's an Herculean task. So just take time. So you have participant 1 and participant 2, which are using same cloud, but again the data is isolated. Okay. Okay. So this is about your tenant concept. You will understand this kind of tenant concept in detail in the later classes. Okay. What exactly tenant? What is your how do we explain the URL of HCI? That will be explained tomorrow. Okay. So you have the different editions of HCI. You have the application edition, standard edition, professional edition, and developer edition. So uh, these are on which they are based out of it. So you have productive usage, data services. So in developer you won't have the data service uh, available, but in the professional application it is available. Your process integration is available across all the edition. Okay. Your integration advisor will see this is very important, but it is only available with the professional edition. Okay. That what it works. Okay. Connection, you are limited in the developer. You can only have 10 uh, connections at a time. Okay, but unlimited connectivity. So we'll see what this bad means also. You have the bandwidth, which means at how many GB per month you can use, which is unlimited in application edition. Standard edition it's 100 GB, professional edition it's 1000 GB. developer edition it's 10 GB. A la carte option, I mean to say, it means to say the option of taking the services based on the requirement. So in application is corrected, it's not available. In professional a la carte, you can take the services whichever you want based out of your requirement. So that is one thing which you can get in your professional and developer edition. Okay, so based on your requirement, whatever requirement you have or your clients have, you can go for the edition. Okay, so this is the end of today's this PPT, end of PPT. So any questions you have, tell me as of now. Hello?
Shankar, sorry, Kanat.
Yes, sir. Just tell me, sir.
Apart from this session, I've just installed this Eclipse installer. It is asking for the product, choose the version you want to install. Which one can I select here?
This would be Sairam. Who's that?
Yeah, Sairam.
We will be looking into those things in tomorrow's class. Don't worry. We will be fully, the whole class, half an hour would be dedicated to installation of your Eclipse. Okay. Just beforehand, before that, you can go to this URL which I have specified in the document. Okay.
Yeah, I've gone through that one and I've
just
installed
download this. No, just download this Neon one. Just what you do, just go to this URL, Eclipse Neon. I'm just showing you in front of you. Before tomorrow's class, do that is download the one which is specific to you, if it's 64-bit or 32-bit. And download it on your local system. Okay. Apart from that, all the configuration, everything, I will show you tomorrow itself. Okay. Not to worry. Okay. Anything apart Eclipse? I shouldn't have sent the Eclipse document as of now, I think.
And one more question, Sanat.
Yes, sir.
Why SuccessFactors, like HCI is highly recommended for SuccessFactors?
Yes, sir. Why only SuccessFactors? You're asking?
Yeah.
No. So, first of all, it was the software was developed for the SAP Cloud Integration clouds itself. This HCI. They didn't want the outer companies or the third-party companies to regulate their interfaces or come into their scenarios. So earlier it was your Dell Boomi who was doing this task of integration. It was, and also you must be aware that SuccessFactor SAP has bought. It was not developed from scratch. SAP has bought that company. So, so earlier SuccessFactor was using Dell Boomi as the integration tool before SAP bought it. But after SAP bought the SuccessFactor, they wanted their own proprietary tool in so that they can at least they don't have to rely on the external vendors. So SuccessFactor now means last year, even Dell Boomi is removed from the recommended out of the box solution for the SuccessFactors. Earlier, the Dell Boomi was free with SuccessFactor, but now it's not. It's not there with the box. It means when you purchase SuccessFactor, your Dell Boomi is not free. You need to buy it, but HCI is free with SuccessFactor to integrate with your on-premises system. So Now majorly companies are using HCI also only for the integration of SuccessFactors with any third party or ECC. Also, there are so many prepackaged content which are available in HCI, so it is a great deal for customers also. And there is a major thing which is called the support of HCI or the name behind the product. So that's why companies do find the what we say kind of relaxation or kind of support from that SAP is supporting the software. This was the same case in PI also. PI was not a big hit. It was a kind of slow and big buggy software at the start when it was HCI. But slowly, they have involved that software because SAP was supporting. Even customer um, showed fates slowly, and the product evolved from nowhere to everywhere. So it would be same case with HCI also, because as people have faith in SAP and support of in SAP, this software will evolve. As of now, I would say HCI has not that much functionality or not that much features which are there in the market, I mean other integration tool in the market, but just because it's SAP, customers will be using HCI. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Any other questions, sir?
Yeah,
Or
very
else
good.
I would, uh, uh, other than Sairam, Ajit, Arvind, Karthik, Pradeep, Shankar Vijay. If it's good, then I can end the session, and tomorrow same time we will meet. We will be doing the Eclipse installation tomorrow, and
Okay.
also we will be looking into the introduction of HCI. So introduction, yeah, it will be covered. Little bit of it will be covered tomorrow. So should we wrap up if it's good?
Yeah, we are good. Pranav. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Anand. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Sanath.
Bye. Bye.